A deadly attack in Kabul, thought to have been carried out by a new version of an old threat.
A group known as ISIS-K.
K for Khorasan, a historic name for a region that includes parts of Afghanistan. The group formed in 2015 and grew in Afghanistan as the Islamic State lost ground in Iraq and Syria. They're believed to be behind dozens of deadly attacks, but have decreased in size and capability under U.S. and Afghan military pressure in recent years. A UN report from June estimates the group has 1,500 to 2,200 members. The chaotic U.S. withdrawal could allow the group to gain strength. Some members were released from prison as the Taliban swept into power. ISIS-K are said to be despised by the Taliban.
For a number of reasons. Those range from ideological to political to military. ISIS believes that only God can rule, and even though the Taliban is attempting to establish an Islamic emirate, that's not enough for ISIS. They want to attract and recruit the most ardent sociopaths in the country, and their calling card is this rapacious and wanton violence against anyone that stands in their way. That actually helps them bring in other fighters into the organization that have a similar mindset.
The UN estimates there are about 8,000 to 10,000 foreign fighters in the country. Some terrorism experts say a resurgent ISIS-K in Taliban-controlled Afghanistan could draw even more fighters from around the world.
This will be tremendously energizing for any kind of jihadi-minded person around the world. Some will go travel there to join the great victorious holy warriors, and some will just radicalize at their computers.
ISIS-K presents a major challenge for the Taliban, who are now responsible for security around the country.
If they want to be politically legitimate in the eyes of the international community, then harboring terrorism is not going to add to that legitimacy.
U.S. President Joe Biden is threatening retaliation against ISIS-K.
I've also ordered my commanders to develop operational plans to strike ISIS-K assets, leadership, and facilities,
raising the possibility of further U.S. military involvement in Afghanistan.
We're going to have to go back in. I understand that we're trying to get our troops out of there, but the bottom line is we can leave a battlefield, but we can't leave the war on terrorism, which still is a threat to our security.
ISIS-K is not thought to have launched terrorist attacks outside Afghanistan, but the U.S. fears that could change if the group is allowed to take root and grow. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Bethesda, Maryland.